Hello Aries, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 19th through to the 25th of August. Lovely to have you here. Thanking you very much for all those people who subscribed last week. It's absolutely lovely to see you. Welcome back. Let's just see what's going on for you this week. Overall energies here. And then you've got your karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side. And then you have the influence from the universe, the synchronicities, the coincidences that help to sort of guide you on your way. And then you have your past self, what brought you to where you are, the sort of gleaming the information through retrospection. And then you have your future self, and how that's sort of like willing you on, the ultimate dreams and aspirations. And then you get at the top here how you the lessons you take out of the week, the information you take from this week here to help you to implement that. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the overall energies. Now this is the energies that are coming through you and how it's interacting generally with the energy that is immediately around you in your life. There's a constant energy here, and it's constantly feeding both sides in a very nice way. I think it's all about you this week, all about the, how your energy, you can have a certain control on your energy rather than allowing the outside world have a control over you. Yeah, I think you're saying goodbye to all woes and worries. Sometimes we can, if we are solely dependent upon ourselves, yes, that can be slightly worrying in respect that, you are responsible for every little step that needs to be taken. That's true. But, once it starts mixing in the outside world, you can't account for everybody and how everybody feels and what everybody thinks and what everybody's going to do. And this is where you just got to be wary about that side that can turn around and sort of say, no, I'm doing this. No, I'm doing this. No, I'm doing this. You don't want to cut yourself off too much from the outside world. I think you do need to nourish your ambitions in your financial side and nourish your sort of like emotions and your relationship side as well. That needs to be done. But I think there's certainly an accumulation of within you of how to, of having a little bit more confidence in you more than anything else. Okay, let's just see what's going on the relationship side. Karmic message here is playing into the universe. It's opening up you to social. It's asking you to get out there, basically, and get involved more than anything else, Aries. And the universal energy is playing that as well, but that's going very far. It may be even a case of trying out completely new activities because you've met someone who you feel, you get along with, and they do one particular activity that you've never done, and they invite you to, to join them. I would say yeah. I would say yeah. Your past self. Well, it's played into two parts here. It's played into your karmic path, which is being, to the socializing aspects of it all. But it also plays into the overall energy here. And I think your past is sort of kind of saying to yourself, it's a double-edged sword because it's sort of saying you don't have to prove your statue to anyone. But the problem with that is if we don't have a certain degree of that, it's difficult for us to engage with other people. So trust is gained when we do relationships, and displays of valor to another person, or being correct with another person, or being engaged with another person emotionally or energetically, allows people to trust in you as well. So I think it's a double-edged sword here, where you've got to sort of judge that whole sort of thing of holding yourself proud, but without putting yourself in an ivory tower, basically. That's the thing, I think, more than anything else, certainly within your relationship side. On your on the overall outcome, though, on the relationship side, I also think I think this is where you've got complete and utter reason, Aries. You're almost sort of approaching the future as if to say, I'm not going to put up with that crap no more. It's, there's a real sort of setting of the bar that, if you didn't get over the bar, you didn't get over the bar. What do you want me to do about it? You want me to lower the bar? What, and I might as well just take the bar away and anybody can come and ransack my life. Why would anyone even want that? There's no challenge for anyone to come towards you either. This is where it's a double-edged sword. This is where you've got to be, you're in control of this. You set the height of the bar, so you're going to set the limit of, if you put the bar at 3 meters, no one's going to be able to jump 3 meters, I couldn't even jump 3 meters. I certainly couldn't jump 3 meters. I'm too small to jump 3 meters. I used to do lots of high jump when I was a young man. I used to do like the decathlon because I was a really good sprinter. But high jump, no, I didn't. No, I left that to my mate who used to do the 400 meters. But yeah, I think it's all about setting the bar for you. What's the lesson to be learned out of this week here? I think you're learning subtlety. And sometimes if you pretend to not even notice something and go past it, the person thinks they've got away with it, and then you can stop afterwards, look back in retrospection, or look back at them, and then they'll kind of go, oh God, they did realise, and I've let it out the bag. You know, sometimes it's a case of giving someone enough rope to hang themselves in a way. You know, it's going to help them because it's going to help them to realise what they're doing wrong and everything like that, and what they shouldn't be, you know, how they should be treating people. But, you know, there's that whole idea as well. It's a very, very fine line you're walking down here, which is a fine line of being very secure about yourself, but also at the same time not putting yourself in an ivory tower. And I think that's really important. Your karmic path from your past, you get the 5 of Cups. I think we've seen this in the past. I think this is very much in the past. I think this is also where you're dealing with the past here in regards to stress, woes and worries. There may have been people in your life that really don't need to be in your life. Sort of thing. And the universe here is sort of saying, come out, engage and enjoy in life. And I think that is very true. You need to do that because it's going to provide a lot of confidence for you going forward. So then this 5 of Cups here, you know, 3 of the cups are spent, but there's 2 cups that's just behind them, which is totally in alignment with yourself. And you've got to be one of those cups. Once this person here realizes, you know, that there's no point. It's like the phrase that comes to mind with the 5 of Cups is no point crying over spilt milk. Yeah. And once you realize that and you start looking out and you kind of go, oh, what's that over there? Okay. Well, oh, if I follow that pathway, oh, look, there's a whole new town. I can go and explore life. And that's what it's all about there more than anything else. You know, I think that's what your karmic path is trying to do, trying to get you out there. And the universe is providing that, sort of saying, bring your cup to the party. Bring your cup to the party. In the past, I think, yes, I think you've done huge amounts of work, good quality work on yourself. And sometimes that good quality work is going to take time to play out in your life. And you're going through that process of playing it out into your life. And your future side here, you get the King of Wands. Beautiful card here. I'm not sure if it is an Aries card. I don't think it actually is, but I think it's more of a Leo card. But the King of Pentacles is almost like your sort of you know, you've got this empowerment because you've got this passion for life, which I think you've understood in your past, and you're starting to play it out. But the thing is with the King, and certainly with the King of Wands is going on, is very passionate, it's going down its path, it's doing things. The King of Wands has also got control over his doubts and his repetitive nightmares. And I think this is what's happening for you this week. You're creating that. And in the future here is sort of saying, yes, it's a double-edged sword. The 5 of Pentacles, normally it's to do with the financial world, with a lot of money loss. But here is a sort of saying to you, do not get stuck in that ivory tower sort of scenario. And do not necessarily get too involved in it. If you do, you risk too much. But in risking this, there is also this stained glass window, which is in the background, which is meant to be a blessing, I guess. And it's the idea that you go from the crutches to walking, and you're actually, you know, you're healing yourself in the world. And sometimes when we heal ourselves, it's because we've been through stuff. And I think this is also very present in your life because you get the 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles at the top, and 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups on your karmic path. And this is how you're changing this scenario, by getting out there, getting involved, but without putting yourself in that ivory tower, as it were. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your karmic path is very, very defined. It's not really going forward. It's almost as like there's a completion of something. It's almost as if like the world, you know, the thing goes forward like this. It sort of like finds something, you invest in something, you take a job, take a business, and your life gradually goes over till you get to the point of no return. And that's what I think this is like. And you're gradually getting into it where your decision in the past is actually creating movement without you having to do anything. And it seems like your karmic path is getting to that point there, a point of no return, a point of really diving into your ultimate ambitions and goals on your financial side. Let's just see what's going on. By the way, I got into 11:11 then on the 11:11 on the recording when I said that. Anyway, yeah, you got the universal energies here, very similar to your karmic path, very strong, solid energy, very in line with your overall energies as well. This alignment here is really, really strong, and it does play in there. And I think maybe the financial side is actually helping you to have that confidence within your relationship side of life. But in this side here, the universe is bringing in quality rather than quantity in regards to synchronicity, coincidences, that sort of thing. And from your past self is doing the same thing. This is what I'm saying. You're getting to a point where you've applied for that job. You've got that job. Now you've invested in that company you're working for. You've been networking. You're getting to a stage now where all of a sudden, ultimately, without doing much, you're going to get that promotion. And it's the same thing for your business or your projects or whatever you're doing, and in your future self, that's much more playing into the future. I think it's going to start speeding up very quickly in the near future. Not necessarily this week. It's almost like keeping your nerve this week. It's like having a poker face in a way. I don't know if that was my poker face. I don't play poker. I have played poker. I do enjoy it, for fun. But I don't think I've got a poker face. I'll have to train on it, But yeah, getting your poker face out. And what's the lessons for this week? Have stature, have calm, have resonance, or have a vibration that is around you that is very. It's not necessarily authority, because you're not actually telling people what to do here, but what you're doing is it's like you're learning how to sort of sit in a way that actually people just respect you because of the way you sit, if you know what I mean, that sort of thing. Lot of victories. I think your victory is coming here, and it's on your karmic path. As I said, things are just going to happen for you more than anything else, and really good victories. And I think it's going to shine a light on you. And this is that whole thing about getting used to being a very, sitting in your power, as it were. The universe, the universe has got that Knight of Pentacles, which is absolutely brilliant. Means like the universe is bringing forward those pentacles that are worth planting in the field that is ready to be planted behind you. You've done all the hard work, and you're now pivoting onto the good stuff. And all you got to do is plant the seeds out and watch it grow. Obviously, you have to nurture it, but there's a lot less physical work than turning the earth and everything like that. And, there's a lot less physical work. It's a lot more sort of nurturing more than anything else. In the past, you have the Five of Wands. What you've learnt in the past is how to defend or extract yourself from a complicated or confrontational sort of situations. So that person there has freed their wand from the Four of Wands that is the past. And the Four of Wands may have been, say, like, where there's loads of people going for that job, and you got that wand, you got that job. Loads of, there's maybe competitors within your businesses, and you may have been having to fight in that. And you've now getting your business to a stage where actually, naturally, you're coming out the winner. So you don't have to try too much. Your reputation precedes you in a way. That's the sort of thing that's sort of coming out of that. And look at that. Out the front, you get an ultimate victory. As I said, out the front here, and it's really blowing really beautifully into the future here. There's a great deal of... it's a crowning glory, because it's not just one victory here. As I said, it's sitting in a regal position, and the respect for you precedes you, and it's like you're holding your chin up high. Your consciousness within the situation as well. It's the crowning glory. It's your crown chakra. It's the crown chakra is a bit like the motherboard for the rest of the chakras in a way. So it distributes a lot of the stuff. And it's just that righteous path as well that you're going down, which is so successful. And you get the Page of Pentacles out the top. It's knowing it's knowing, you're learning. What you're doing is you're learning on this. You're learning about how you're allowing the universe, how you're allowing life to actually, how you're learning to just allow that pivot of your success to happen and allowing things to happen. I think that's what the most thing about the Page of Pentacles is. You're also bringing a lot of luck into your life because of that, because your respect precedes you, your reputation precedes you, opens doors before you even get there, and I think this is a really is a massive overhaul that's happening in your life generally at the moment. With the Nine of Swords, you get the Seven of Wands. 7 is my number of revelation. You're realizing that, yes, you need to be confident about yourself. She's got that light within her solar plexus. She's providing, she's built upon the 6 of Wands. She's got success. Yeah, there is someone trying to break her bubble, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to do that. And that's where I think you're going to put pay to your woes and worries in life. The confidence that you're gradually building about yourself. The only thing you need to be worrying about is don't put yourself in an ivory tower. And I don't think you will do, because it's not really your sort of way of doing it. With the 5 of Cups, you get the 8 of Wands. A lot of information is coming out of how you engage in life, how you socialize, about how in the past things may have been disappointing, that didn't go too well, but in the future you're going to do it completely different. And you've got the information, you've got also that focal point, which is what the 8 of Wands does for you. And it engages you, that helps you get the information in order to be the King of Wands out in your future. A real sort of beautiful stance. Yeah. As I said, this is that one cup that you need to be bringing to the party. And that's one of those 2 cups there that's in the background there, that's in that corner there, behind the 5 of Cups there. And as you bring this sort of like cup out into life, you're going to realize that actually there's a lot of happiness after difficulty. And it doesn't mean you have to let go of any of your values. And that's what the 3 of Pentacles is all about. The values that you've created in your life. Playing smart. 7 of Wands. 7 of Swords, sorry. Yes, you've now got 2 sevens. There's a lot of realizations that's going on in your life here. And realizing playing smart is sticking to your values, basically, of what you value to be good in life. Oh, blimey. I nearly lost all the things there. Obviously, a big offering of love may be coming your way. So, yes. Being very true to you, I think, is really important. Being that King of Wands, having that stature is all about a way of being, how you present yourself, how you use your inner energies, your intuition, your spiritual command that you have over yourself and over your emotions, in order to stand in a position that is very passionate about going off and exploring that, basically, more than anything else. And I think you're saying, I think the 5 of Pentacles is a way of sort of saying, I'm not going to be trapped out in the cold anymore. Yeah, okay. You get the Moon with this. A lot of you get a lot of water obviously coming through this section here, coming from Pisces, just like your partner, as it were, or you're not your partner, but the person, the sign that is next to you, that's influencing you a lot. Also Taurus, you get Taurus influencing you this side. Here, I think here is basically, out of this stance here, is bringing a lot of things to the surface. And what it's bringing to the surface is that idea of, the moon and water. It's all very cold and very still. You don't think of the moon and rough water. Tend to think of moon and still water. And this is where, you've got to be a little bit wary of that ivory tower thing. Just don't close yourself off. On your financial side, 6 of Wands, ultimately going into that and learning about how to apply yourself in your life and use the seeds of life in order to plant for you, so life starts working for you. That's when the 9 of Wands there, a 9 of Pentacles, sorry. The 9 of Pentacles is you've planted and nurtured the fruits of your future, and now you're getting to a stage where those fruits are becoming ripe. And as the fruit come ripe, I used to work a lot with fruit and vegetables, organic fruit and vegetables, and used to work a lot with farmers. There is a stressful time of life. There's a lot of stress within farming, but in particular when the fruit is becoming ripe, because if there's a hailstorm, you could lose all your fruit. All of your work and hard work would have been lost. And this is where I think you've got to be laser focused on what is really working in life, and just welcoming that success into your life. I think that's what the Nine of Pentacles is about, is realizing what the good success for you is. And out with the old and in with the new, you're learning how to plant with the universe the seeds of a great future. And with the Knight, of Pentacles, this is a new phase. You've done all the hard work. Now it's just a case of you're going into a new phase and allowing those, planting those seeds and allowing the success to be germinated. All you got to do is allow the sun and the rain to fall. You may need to water it occasionally. You might need to do a bit of weeding, but generally it's going to be a lot easier. And from your past, you get with the Five of Wands, you get the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is all about distilling those experiences of the past, those 3 cups there, which have been done and spent, which we saw on the relationship side with the Five of Cups. You've got that 1 cup that's filling in, that's being ultimate goals. And I think that's that part of it there. And what it's doing is saying, okay, from the past, it might have been conflictual. It might have been, you might have had to fight a lot or you might have been in a very hostile environment. But now you've just got to be the best example of yourself. And those are the seeds that you can plant for your own success. Once you do, that's when you're going to get the results. And I think you're going to get the results here in the future is because we're talking on the financial side. So this is not relationship side. Okay, so the Three of Swords has a completely different meaning here. Three of Swords here, especially on the influencing of going after your goal here. Yes, I think there's a degree of sort of don't get stuck in an ivory tower. But at the same time, I think the energy is sort of saying here, do not get emotionally involved in what you're doing on your material side of life, because it's the material side of life. It's like, don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's the sort of thing, don't go out there sort of saying, oh, I'm going to get this success. I'm going to get this success. Go out there knowing you're going to get that success, but don't necessarily have to broadcast it from the top, from the treetops. And this is where you need to be emotionally, sort of, okay, it's possibilities. We could really do incredibly well, but I'm keeping calm, keeping sure. Knowing what seeds to plant, creating a lot of luck in your life and turning it into really enjoying the pathway. And that is what is going to be the success. The success, financial success is one thing. But if you, in the material world, if you can also get like emotional success within your workspace, or, spiritual success within your workspace, that's when you can then start really building on something amazing, because it's not just about the money. And I don't think it is about you. It's just about the money. I think you want things to work, yeah. And the bottom line is really important to you. I can understand that in the material world. But there is also those other factors as to how much time do I put into it? How much time do I get for myself? How much do I actually smile at work? Do I actually smile at work? I'm not saying walk around like an idiot with a smile constantly in your face going, hey! You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're at work kind of going, no, I'm working, man. What are you playing at? I haven't got time for a joke. But allowing you to have a greater experience in the way in which you engage with the emotional side of life in regards to the material world. But whatever it is, there's a major success coming your way, and you're not going to be able to stop it. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. There you go, Aries. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Really do appreciate all the support you show for this channel, commenting, liking, sharing, obviously subscribing and all of that. Absolutely brilliant. Any which way you wish to see fit to show your appreciation for the YouTube system is absolutely lovely. I will see you either on the energy videos that we're putting out on this channel, or I'll see you over here again on one of these readings. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.